Hai, Assalamualaikum fans Hari Malaya. Hari ini bersama saya Paulo. How to pronounce your name? Paulo Josue, is it?
Paulo
Paulo
Josue. Yeah,
Josue,
yeah.
captain of KL City FC. How are you, Paulo?
I will. Thank you very much.
So, how's your preparation for tomorrow's match so far?
Yes, everything run well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's a different weather, different place, different timing.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, we come early. Then you have time to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, everything is running well.
All right, so let's jump into the main topic of today. All right. We know that KL team wants to naturalize you because maybe they would like to add some more slots of the import player to strengthen the team, right? So from your point of view, do you agree with the decision made by the KL team or the policy by the KL team?
Yes, of course. If
Mm.
it is it to help the team
Yeah.
improve their performance, improve uh, uh, their way to getting better as a club, as a team. I think is a good decision.
Mm-hmm.
If everything run well, I'm willing to take it and make Kiel stronger. That's the main point. As long as it will help the team, I'll be very glad to be naturalized and try to give some more proud for KL club, for KL supporters, and that's it. That's the main point for me.
Mm. Okay, what can you say towards fans' perception saying that you are too old to be selected for national team call-up? What can you say to them?
Look, it's up for the coach.
Mm-hmm.
If coach need, I would be very honored and glad to be an option for them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it depends on coach. I think it's always good for the coach have some more options.
Mm-hmm.
And if by the law they cannot naturalize me, and if they think I can help them in the national team, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be very glad to be there and try to support the boys. Of course, I'm not young anymore. I'm not that young. I can understand it. But maybe some of the players is out of is not ready to play, or maybe they get some injury. Why not extend the options for a national team? But of course, that's not the main point. I think for in KL plans,
Mm-hmm.
I think the main point is to work one more slot for a new foreigner and I become a local player. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's the main point for me.
So age doesn't matter, right? Yeah. So your opinion on naturalization of Romel Morales? What about your opinion?
Yeah, for me also the same. Is
Mm-hmm.
if the club make it,
Mm-hmm.
I think also he will be very glad, very honored to be a local player and help the team. I think that's the main point. Again, I say it is to help the team, help the club. If there is a call up for him, it's good for the national team. He's young. He's always good to have more options. It's always good to have options. I think for me, that's the main point for national team. The players who is playing options. Maybe that game, maybe such a game, and they need this kind of player. Another game, they need another kind of player. Coach can extend their options in national team. That's the main point. Again, I will say it. And if it's also there's a chance to help the team, I think he will be very glad to help them.
So do you agree that when there is more and more foreign player being naturalized in Malaysia, do you think it is very healthy for the league? Because it also means that local player will have lesser chance to play unless they can prove themselves that they are better than the existing naturalized player or the foreign player. So how do you feel about that?
Look, that's a very tough question,
Mm-hmm.
to ask me. I am foreigner, so of course I have a side. But look, you need to think in the options. That's the main point for me. I think it make the local players pushing themselves a bit more to not lost their place in national team. That's what I think. They don't want to leave. Why are you leave for a foreigner if I do not push enough? You know what I mean? Maybe the foreigner play a bit better, but the local player get a bit relaxed. So that's the main point for me. I think the as much options the coach have, much options, the players can push much more. You know. So I think that's the main point. I think always the competitive between the players is always good because it make the players become better and better. That's I think around the world is always like that. If you want a spot in the national team, you need to push yourself. If you want to be a first 11, you need to push yourself. I think it's the way that you can improve the performance of the team, of the player. So the option is always good to have, and if there by the law everything can naturalize the players, I think it's always good for the coach. As I say, they have more options and options and options than they can call. But I think that's not compulsory to make it. But the option, if the option is there, the coach can choose.
How's your reaction when you know that you will be naturalized? And are you excited to be called up to the national team? Because you are able
I'm in
to.
peace. I am in peace with that. You know, that's not something that I target. I know many conversations now starting and all this stuff. My target now is only to help the KL City, the club that opened the doors to me, the club that helped me all this time. And thank God we are here in the Interzona final again. So I'm here with my teammates. So that's the most important to me. This is another kind of stuff. It's not under my control. There's is a lot of people involved on that. And I don't want to lose my focus on KL team, you know, because this kind of the talkings and conversations. Of course, I have to face it. Sooner or later, I have to face it. You are asking me about it. You don't ask about the team, you know, about the game, but you ask about the naturalization. But I have to face it. So if it happens, I'll be glad to help the KL as a local player. And if there happens to be a national team player, it's another talks. It depends on coach who is running the national team. So, but it's not something that I'm focused for. I'm just focusing help the KL for now. And we have a chance to go to the final, have a chance to fight for a AFC Cup. So that's the main thing that I'm thinking about. And this was another kind of conversation. This it's not under my control, so I cannot do much. Just answer you and try to to say something for the Malaysian people, you know.
Yeah, besides that, did someone from FAM already approach you or Romel about the possibility of calling up for the national team?
Personally, to me, not. Personally, to me, nobody called me, nobody say anything. So that's why I think you have much more information than me. I also nobody in the club talk about much about the passport or the naturalization. I think this is the right thing. If it happens, we just can talk once. We don't need to keep talking. I'm trying. Because it's not under our control. There's many people involved. Like I say, it's immigration, is the federation, is the club. You know, there's many things involved. So that's good that nobody talks here about it. So I think they don't want to make us lost the focus of the game or of the season. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, with your age now, like 37, right? This year? So
33.
33?
Not 30. Not 37.
Okay. So you must have that long-term planning for your career, right? So are you in the coaching program or coaching course right now? Maybe.
Yeah.
So
Look, that's I think I can play a few more years. I still do not decide if I will be coach or if I totally retire from football. To be very fair with you, I don't think about it yet. maybe I have to start to think about it, because I'm not. I cannot last 10 more years. I'm not Shukur Adam, Shukur Adam. He can last until 43.
Yeah.
But I don't think about it yet. I
Mm-hmm.
should start. And of course, I cannot assure you how long I can play, but so far I have no problems with injuries. I have no problem with weight. So if it can run until 3, 4, 5 more years, I just can keep going and keep playing and training and try to getting better to survive this 90 minutes, because it's already start to getting hard, because I'm not that young anymore. But so far everything is fine. I have no much problems with that.
And you will
But
keep
I know
playing.
sooner or later it will come.
Yeah. All right. So, you think can anyone can stop JDT from competing like clean sheet in these seasons? Because everyone thought that JDT will win the cup last season with you, right? Piala Malaysia Cup. But KL stopped them. So do you think anyone can stop JDT from competing the clean sheet in the cup?
Look, football is 11 against 11. Anything can happen. Depends on the how confident the team against them are, how confident the coach against them are, how confident the system, how confident. It's many things involved also. Maybe one day that in the final last year, we was in the wonderful night and JDT was not on that good night, so many things must be in the pitch for the opponent beat JDT, but there's never easy. And JDT this season get even better. They bring some new players and better players than last year, so that's what I like in JDT, because they're never is enough for them. They always are hungry to chasing something, and that's why they deserve to win all the seasons or all the trophies they take, because they're always chasing something. They're always hungry to more and more and more. That's why it's so tough to play against them. But look, if you face them again, we try everything to stop them and try to go through a group stage or quarterfinal, semi-final, or final again. Because we are professional football players, so we always want to win the game. We always make the runs to win the game, to score goals, to defend well. So that's how we as a professional players we think. But of course, JDT is a very tough team, and we know it's very hard to beat them. But if you work hard, maybe sometimes it can happen.
Okay. As a captain, how do you see KL chances to defend the Malaysia Cup? Because seems like KL's focus now is 100% on AFC, but for Malaysian Cup, so how do you feel like? How do you see KL chances to defend the cup?
Look, we still have some. We have 2 games on the league. We have tomorrow. We have game against Sogdiana in FC Cup. So I'm still a bit far from Malaysia Cup. Of course, we have to face it in 20 days, 15 days more. But we still have this game. Tomorrow is I think the most important game in KL history. So we need to focus 120%, 200% on this game. And after that, we have Terengganu at home, and then we have TJ City. So we still have some games to think about. And after that, we see the draw, which group we come for the Malaysia Cup. Then we start planning how can we go through the group stage, and after that, but there's many things happens yet, so we cannot say anything about Malaysia Cup yet. But soon we start to think about it, and I hope KL can perform well again and fight for the title, defend the title actually.
Okay, about Piala Malaysia, Malaysian Cup. What is your comment on the cup, whereby they have stated that there will be no group stage? It will be reciprocity, include the quarter-final and semi-final. Meanwhile, the final match will be held in neutral venue on 26 November. So there will be no group stage. So how do you comment on that?
I didn't know about it.
It just came out. Yeah.
I just came out. This is
Yeah.
like a knockout stage.
Yeah, knockout stage. Yeah, there will be no group stage. Yes.
One game or two games?
That one I'm not really sure, but it stated that there's no group stage only. Yeah.
So it's different tournament.
Yes, it's different
Completely
format
different.
now. Yes, yeah. Hmm.
Well,
So how do you?
okay. With this information, look, what can I say to you? That our team last year and this year, out of FA Cup, of course, we managed very well in this knockout stage. So we can see, and as we see in the AFC Cup, we face Viettel away, we face Makassar at home, we face Mohumbagana team that we always manage to deliver a good job, and we go
Yeah.
through all these stages. And last year also in Malaysia Cup, when we have this knockout stage, we always manage to do well. Selangor, Melaka, tough games. We always deliver a nice job. And the final against GDT, one game.
Yeah.
So I think our team is more prepared for this kind of games. As we see in the league, we is not that consistency. We play some good games, then suddenly we drop 2-3 games, then we drop some points, then we go away, don't play that good. And I think our team is well prepared. Maybe I don't know why, but as we can see last year and this year, we always play good in this knockout stage.
Yeah. So, but this season hasn't ended yet. So, do you feel excited for next season in terms of many good players for next season, local coach for teams and so on? So many changes they made for next seasons. So, who do you see as a favorite to win the league besides JDT for next season? Is it KL?
Yeah, of course. Pemain Kuala Lumpur. Look, many things will happen next year. So depends who start well, who start better, the players they bring, the coaches, how they see the how they see their group of players. We already can see some movements, and Selangor already changed the coach. Terengganu is a lot of talks about that. The coach is moving, some players is moving. Sabah, I think, is already planning something for next season.
Yeah.
That's the news we are seeing, the movements we are seeing so far. And I hope KL also makes some good moves, bring some more players to join the team and make us better. So yeah, that's still a long way to go. But of course, JDT is one of the favorites. Yeah, I hope KL just deliver a nice job next season again. And but we still have a few games to go this season.
Yeah. So new format and much more matches to come next season.
Oh yeah.
So it must be tough and more competitive, right?
Yeah, I think so. Even for JDT, because they have a ACL and plus a lot of games in the league. So I think maybe they can struggle a bit more because they have much more games to play and the schedule will be a bit tight. Yeah, that will be very interesting to see. I hope everything run well in the league and the league improves their performance and everything getting better for next season.
Okay, last question for you. Let's talk about Brazil, your birthplace, your home. Do you think Brazil can win the World Cup this year?
Look, as a Brazilian, I always support Brazil to win,
Yeah.
But I think this World Cup this year, I think the team is more prepared. The players is more mature to play the games. I think they are more ready to play this World Cup games. Last World Cup, some of the players was too young. Coach was too young. They make some mistakes, said by himself. He also admits he makes some mistakes that he need to take action, and he wait a bit more. He give one more chance for the players because he likes the player. But World Cup, there's no chance for, there's no time to give too much chance. If the player do not perform, you need to change and try another one because it's too fast. It's only 7 games for those go to the final. But for this year, I have a big hope that Brazil can win the World Cup. Also because it's already 20 years without winning of the World Cup. So in Brazil is always favorite. And I hope they win the title. I will be support them. And there's a chance for them, and I hope everything run well for Brazil.
Yeah, here and there, I'll be supporting Brazil this year. Yes, go Brazil. All right, that is all from me. Thank you, Paulo.
Thank you very much.
For spending time with me. Good luck and all the best for tomorrow's match. Make sure you win and get
Thank you very much.
title of the champion. And we'll see final in KL maybe.
Yeah, inshallah. Inshallah, the final come together.
All right. Thank you, Paulo. Thank you. Good luck and all the best.
All right.
All
You are
right.
most welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.